Today, let's get started with Dana White removed Isaac Dulgarian after suspicious betting swing. The UFC has released Isaac Dulgarian following a shocking first-round loss to Yadier Del Valle at UFC Vegas 110 that triggered red flags across sportsbooks. Dulgarian opened as a heavy favorite, minus 250, but saw his odds shift to about minus 154 just before the fight as an unusually large volume of bets backed a first-round loss, the exact outcome that occurred. Several betting sites later refunded wagers amid concerns, and analysts said Dulgarian's performance looked markedly off from his usual level. Later, Dana White said the promotion acted immediately and met with the FBI twice. Here is what he said. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on this video. To support the channel, let's aim for 1,000 likes.
We're with a company called IC360, and they are the best bet monitoring company in the business. They reached out to us and they told us that there was some unusual action going on with that fight. Do we know anything? We didn't. So what we did was we called the fighter and his lawyer and said, what's going on? There's some weird action going on in your bet, weird betting action going on in your fight. Are you injured? Do you owe anybody money? Has anybody approached you to, and the kid said, no, absolutely not. I'm gonna kill this guy. And so we said, okay. The fight plays out and first round finish by rear naked choke. Literally the first thing we did was call the FBI. So we called the FBI. I've met with the FBI twice today. People out there talking, oh, there's hundreds of fights under it's total bullshit. So this company, IC360, which is the best bet monitoring company in the business, we've been with them for years, and we get a report after every single fight that we do. So for anybody out there that's clickbait saying, oh, there's hundreds of fights, it's all bullshit. So when this did happen, a couple years ago, whenever it was, that investigation is still ongoing, and now will be a part of this investigation too.
Directly talking to Cash Patel, I'm sure you do have a relationship.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning, but then we just had an office full of FBI agents in here. So if you try to do this, I've been very vocal and very open about this. We will be your worst enemy. We will immediately go after you, guns ablazing, with the FBI and whoever else we need to get, and we will do everything we can to make sure you go to prison. You're seeing things out on the internet where like fighters are coming out and going, oh, I was approached. Really? Why didn't you tell us that? Or more importantly, why didn't you tell law enforcement that you were approached? Now you're saying that you were approached? It's like if somebody comes up and says, hey, I want you to rob a bank. I'm going to rob banks. Want to rob a bank with me? And you don't do it. What, you're not gonna tell law enforcement? They're gonna be approached now by the FBI.
Later, Ariel Helwani goes off on UFC for Isaac Dulgarian gambling scandal. Ariel Helwani has shared new insight into the ongoing gambling controversy involving Isaac Dulgarian's UFC Vegas 110 loss, revealing that the UFC was reportedly aware of unusual betting activity prior to the fight. Speaking on the MMA Hour, Helwani said multiple conversations took place between the UFC and Dulgarian's team before the bout, suggesting that the promotion had some level of concern about the situation.
Here's what I know regarding this story, and there's a bigger story at play here. Obviously, UFC was aware of this. They were made aware of it, and my understanding is there were conversations with Dulgarian and his team about this activity and questioning him what is going on. And multiple times he said that, according to my sources, that he was good to go, that there was nothing of this sort happening, and that there was nothing to worry about, essentially. Now, I have talked to multiple people who have known Isaac for a long time and who have trained with Isaac and who have heard about training sessions. And I have been told that in the gym, he goes up against some of the best fighters in the world. The Yusuf Salals of the world, the Corey Sandhagens of the world, like some of the top guys in that area, in the Denver area. And not only does he go toe-to-toe, but sometimes gets the better of them.
Afterwards, Isaac Dulgarian's coach, Mark Montoya, speaks out on gambling allegations. Following the shocking betting controversy surrounding Isaac Dulgarian's first-round loss at UFC Vegas 110, his coach Mark Montoya has broken his silence, firmly denying any involvement in the alleged fight-fixing scandal.
I'm here because I want to, first and foremost, just make sure that we clear the air. You know, my gym is being attacked, my integrity is being attacked, and I just want to first and foremost say we have nothing to do with any of these allegations that are being brought upon us. People have asked me what my opinions are. To speculate right now is not my job. You know, my job is to right now continue to lead and not react. And with that said, you know, we as a team, myself as a person, I've never been involved in any type of betting format. I've actually never even placed a sports bet in my entire life. I couldn't tell you how to do it. And so, you know, my job has always been to train these guys to fight and win, train these guys to win in life. And those are my two jobs. And so, you know, I take that very seriously. And you know, this is my life's work. And you can bet your ass that I would never, for any sort of money, I would never sell my integrity or my word, because in life, that's all you have. You have one thing. All these worldly things that we look at, the cars, the houses, the money, all those things, those are worldly man-made things. And, you know, we go and we leave ourselves with one thing when we leave this earth, and that's our integrity and our word. And you couldn't pay me any amount of money to get rid of that. And so I just want to start by saying that it's a very unfortunate situation. It's still unfolding. And, you know, I'm just not here to speculate. I'm here to speak facts.
PFL CEO admits the promotion still operating at a loss. PFL CEO John Martin has acknowledged that the Professional Fighters League continues to operate at a financial loss, but remains confident about the organization's long-term future. Speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, Martin was transparent about the current financial state of the company, admitting that profitability is still a few years away.
Inside, could I ask, in 2025, will the company be profitable?
Not yet.
Not yet. How far away are you from that?
Probably 27.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Daniel Cormier warns Jake Paul to stay away from Francis Ngannou. Former two-division champion Daniel Cormier issued a blunt warning to social media boxer Jake Paul, urging him not to pursue a fight with former heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. Cormier said Paul would be in serious danger if he stepped into the ring with Ngannou, arguing that Ngannou's power and brutality are on another level. I don't care what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou. If Jake Paul gets in there with Francis Ngannou will knock his head off this planet. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. The stupid prize will be fighting Francis Ngannou. I don't care what money Jake Paul would make, he shouldn't be fighting Francis Ngannou. Big France is gonna put you down. Stay away from Francis Ngannou. Manny Pacquiao says he'd fight Conor McGregor, but not Khabib, boxing legend. Manny Pacquiao has made it clear he's open to a blockbuster crossover fight with Conor McGregor, but draws the line at facing Khabib. Speaking in a recent interview, Pacquiao explained that a matchup with McGregor makes sense both stylistically and commercially, but a fight with Khabib doesn't interest him.
Now, another big name that you've been linked with over the years, and there was very big rumours about you and Conor McGregor. I know Umar Kremlev has said that he wants to maybe stage that fight one day in Russia. Do you think that would ever happen, you boxing Conor McGregor, or you having a crossover fight?
Oh yeah, that's possible also with Conor McGregor.
If you had the choice between fighting Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov, who would you fight and why?
McGregor.
And why would it be McGregor and not Khabib?
Too much. I want to shut his mouth out.
Do you prefer that somebody at Khabib is very humble, very, you know, is a very religious man? You prefer that type of person?
He's a nice guy. He's a nice person, humble, and that's an inspiration. A good role model for sports.
Paddy Pimblett fires back at Islam Makhachev. Paddy Pimblett has clapped back at Islam Makhachev after the former lightweight champion publicly questioned whether Paddy deserves a title shot during his appearance on ESPN MMA. Makhachev dismissed Paddy's rise, suggesting the Englishman's popularity doesn't equal merit, but Paddy didn't hold back in his fiery response. Before we continue, help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers here on MMA Explorers. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notification so you don't miss any of our daily MMA content.
But I hope JDM absolutely punches his little head in. Yeah, I hope JDM batters him. And if he can keep it on the feet, then he will absolutely batter him. And I hope he does. Islam was chatting pony the other day.
Not Paddy for sure. Paddy beat who? Like Tony Ferguson, who else he beat? Everybody beat Chandler. Nobody checked Paddy before.
Saying who have I beat when he got a title shot at lightweight off beating Bobby Green. Someone who I beat faster than you little bum. Get back down to lightweight and I'll punch your head in as well.
Let's wrap it up for the day. Thanks for watching.